You need to understand where people are coming from and how they're arriving at these conclusions. Here, this is a great analysis of the way that like right wingers are approaching this. Dave Portnoy. Here, let's watch Dave Portnoy first.
I thought I was done with political rants, but I guess I got one more. This Hunter Biden thing, it's in the news. Everyone's talking about it. Joe Biden, and the Democrats, after probably saying no less than 9,482 times unequivocally that Joe Biden would not pardon Hunter Biden if Trump was elected.
The president would not.
It's perfect dumb guy fodder. You know what I mean? This is like moths to a light. You know what I mean? It's like so glaringly obvious as far as the hypocrisy goes. Virtually every single Republican understands why Biden did it. Okay. And I don't even think they personally give a shit about it, but they're like feigning this moral outrage in this situation because it's such an obvious, glaringly obvious instance of hypocrisy. Democrats try to present themselves as like norm defenders, institution defenders, and then do this shit.
Pardon or commute the sentence for his son, Hunter. I just want to make sure that is not going to change over the next 6 months. The president's saying he would not.
It's still a no. It's still a no.
It will always be a no.
It's still a no. It will be a no. It is a no. And I don't have anything else to add. Will he pardon his son? No.
He'd have to go through the jury system. Nobody's above the law, blah, blah, blah. What's he do? Of course he pardons him. Of course he does. Not only that, it's like for 11 years. So anything he could have possibly done in the history of time, he is pardoned for. Now, I'll start by saying if I could do that for a loved one, a family member, I would probably do the same thing. I won't lie about it. I'd be like, yeah, I'm going to protect my own. No shit. If Trump gets elected and they're going to make Hunter Biden go to court and investigate him, all this, yeah, I'm going to protect him. But the Democrats, Biden, they didn't do that. They're like, no, what are we, crazy? Now, this is the point of this rant. And I've been saying it over and over and over. And why the Democrats got slaughtered in the election. Because they think they're morally superior to everybody else. So any Democrat, and lots of them, whenever you say this, it's like,
I think this meathead is right, by the way. I'm in agreement with him. No, I do think that a lot of people, and even Democrats and people that like look at the Democratic Party from afar, see the moral high ground that the Democrats present themselves as defending. Okay? They do. Democrats present themselves as the morally superior party to the Republicans. And in many respects, because of how bad the Republican Party is, like, they're not technically incorrect. Okay? Democrats also personally like to see themselves, Democratic Party voters also like to see themselves as people who are morally superior, intellectually superior to the Republicans and the Republican Party voters. They see themselves as the good guys and the Republicans are the bad guys. This kind of shit, once again, is fantastic for people who look at the situation and go, whoa, I thought you were the good guys. What happened? We knew you weren't the good guys. And now you've proven it once again. You feel me?
Biden and the Democrats are. Can you believe it? They always, Trump, Trump, Your brain is broken. Your brain is broken. You don't get it. Because here's the thing. What the Democrats have done for, 12 years, have taken this moral high ground that we're the righteous party, the truth, honesty, integrity, and Trump is a threat to democracy, and this and that. And then the Democrats, whether it's the primary or this, time and again, they're worse than anything Trump's ever done. So if you're like, it's not that. It's the lecturing. It's the Democrats, this engine, just lying straight to our face, pretending they're the moral, righteous authority, and thinking the American people are so stupid that we don't see through it. Blow up the Democratic Party. I'm not saying if you vote Democrat, you're liberal. And I'm saying the Democratic Party, the people, the talking heads who sit there and call Republicans trash and we're stupid, no strong women around Trump. This is why you got obliterated in the election, because you guys are all liars. You sit on a house of lies, a throne of lies. You're no morally better than anybody else. Stop pretending it. We see through you in time and time and time and time again. Your true colors come forward. So stop pretending that you're this moral, righteous authority and you're so true and virtuous. You guys are
just rate the pizza, bro. Just put the pizza in the bag, bro. Stupid, the dumbest argument. I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. you got to understand, if we're surrounded by dumb guys, if American politics is dominated by dumb guys, you have to understand where the dumb guys are coming from. Yes, he is Lamau, but go off. I mean, he's not wrong. The only problem here is that he's like, yeah, you guys are doing corruption, and that's why I'm voting for the even more openly corrupt party. That's the part where he's wrong, okay? Do you not understand?
The righteous party, the truth, honesty, integrity, and Trump is a threat to democracy.
Like, I say this shit too. I say this shit all the time. What do you expect people to think if you present yourself as like institution defenders and then violate those institutional norms for personal gain after lying and saying over and over again that you won't do that? I also think this happens to be more honest in a weird way than like the likes of Nate Silver, who are like, and this is my red line, sweetie. You know what I mean? Oh, I voted for the Democrats reluctantly, but I think I won't anymore. It's like, okay. Did you see this Vox article this morning? I'm surprised they mentioned John F., but not you. Why would they mention me? I am not a progressive group that has anything to do with the Democratic Party. I have no institutional influence. John Favreau, Matt Iglesias, and Ezra Klein have the ears of some of the most important Democrats in the country, establishment Democrats. That's why I laugh whenever people say like Matt Iglesias literally does have direct influence over establishment Democrats.
And then the Democrats, whether it's the primary or this, time and again, they're worse than anything Trump's ever done. So if you're like, it's not that.
Okay, that part I don't agree with. Worse than anything Trump has ever done is ridiculous.
It's the lecturing. It's the Democrats, this engine, just lying straight to our face.
That part I don't agree with. He's definitely wrong about that. Why are we listening to this chucklehead? Because not only is he a chucklehead, but he represents the average dumb guy's opinion. Okay? And a lot of dumb guys feel this way, and that has electoral consequences. Okay? If the entire marketplace is filled with dumb guys that care more about their own personal feelings over the way that the Democratic Party is conducting itself or whatever than the actual truth, then that's what matters. You need to understand where people are coming from and how they're arriving at these conclusions.
I'm not saying if you vote Democrat, you're liberal. And I'm saying the Democratic Party, the people, the talking heads who sit there and call Republicans trash and we're stupid, no strong women around Trump. This is why you got obliterated in the election, because you guys are all liars. You sit on a house of lies, a throne of lies. You're no morally better than anybody else. Stop pretending it. We see.
I think it's the sanctimonious, smug attitude that Democrats present themselves as that very clearly is not the truth. The Democrats, if they behaved this way and they actually cared about the institutions, I guess they could at least have like some kind of saving grace. Okay. You know, they could basically just be like, yeah, well, Republicans are pieces of shit. We do care about this stuff. And that's why, see, we don't do it. I still think it's dumb for them not to do it. You guys know this. I always tell the Democratic Party to behave like Republicans, not in terms of policy, but in terms of politics. Okay. It's ironic because Republicans are also sanctimonious and smug as well. But regardless of the ways in which the Republicans and the Republican Party carries itself, it doesn't read in the same way. Republicans love cancel culture. Americans, by and large, still think cancel culture is an invention of the left. Everybody loves identity politics as long as it's just their identity, okay? As long as they can use it against their perceived ideological enemies. You understand me? Republicans do this shit as well, but then they also actively block and push, and they make it seem as though this is only just a liberal thing.
See through you in time and time and time and time again. Your true colors come forward. So stop pretending that you're this moral, righteous authority and you're so true and virtuous. You guys are scumbag liars, and you prove it time and again. And this is just the latest in a long line with Hunter Biden. Yeah, I would pardon my son too if I had one, if I could save his ass too. I just wouldn't lie about it like you guys lie about it. By the way, everybody knew the lie was coming.
This is something that I've talked about quite a bit, and I think it is important for people to understand. Donald Trump is honestly dishonest, okay? The Democrats, on the other hand, still maintain the aesthetics of honesty while appearing as dishonest in their actions. That's it. And when someone is honestly dishonest, openly a bad guy, openly toxic, that reads as earnest. that reads as more earnest than politicians on either side of the political spectrum, either side of the aisle, that are trying to maintain the aesthetics of, real normal politics. And I don't think that there is any reason to try and defend this random principle that, the Democratic Party is principled defenders of institutional norms and civility when they're not. And they shouldn't be anyway. They should just fight and they should win. And in the process, improve people's material conditions. They should do that. I want a fighter. And I think that there are a lot of Americans who feel the same way that I do. But they don't do that. They lie about dumb shit instead of, lying about good policies like Medicare for all. And not even lie about it, but I think take it one step further and actually implement it. But it's like weird that they won't even choose to lie about it because that's how captive they are to corporate interests.
Everybody. It's pathetic. That's it. I'm hopefully done with the political rants, but it's just so crazy. It's like, and then you'll see Democrats still trying to be like defending it. Just give up, blow it up.
I agree with this, but not in a way that right-wingers are pretending to be outraged about. Democrats need to continue to ignore norms and lean more into vindictiveness and intentionally politically evil actions to suppress the right wing as much as possible. Yeah. And don't do it in this like pussy ass way. Republicans also, for the record, Republicans lie about this shit all the time too. They did that shit too. It's so frustrating. Everybody does this. It sucks. At least the Republicans move the needle in terms of the legislative agenda that benefits some of the most insane people in their coalition. They fight. At the end of the day, they fight for their constituencies. Democrats don't. I'm trying to strip this conversation of all of the important factors, okay, of any kind of like tangible material impact, and explaining it to you in the simplest ways possible, which is Republicans will do the same exact stuff that the Democrats do, okay, and have done time and time again, the exact same things that the Democrats have done. And they also act as though they're doing this at the behest of like some sort of serious standard that they're upholding. But the major difference here is that while Democrats and Republicans both do this, okay, and the Republicans do it way worse and way more openly, the problem is in that process, the Republicans also offer some red meat to their base, okay? And the base feels happy when they get some of the electoral victories, some of the legislative victories that they can always point to. The Democrats don't do that. The Democrats' legislative victory is like marginal improvements, like the IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, that is already, before it even gets out of the gate, it's like compromise on top of compromise because of internal party conflict. Oh, we can't increase the minimum wage because the Senate parliamentarian decided that it's not in the rules. Like, who gives a the Senate parliamentarian? Fire her and hire a new one that'll play ball. The Republicans have done that in the past. It's ridiculous. Anyway,